Messianic age into the Messianic kingdom. Friends, we have to live as if we are the generation of the heel. But the Jewish sages say everything was written for the sake of the Messiah. Everything in the scriptures is amazing. Everything was written for the sake of the Messiah. If there's a verse in the Bible, somehow it is going to connect to the Messiah. This is what Yeshua's experienced on the road to Damascus. So the question is, how? How does the one word Akev connect to the Messiah? Okay, the word Akev means heel, like the heel of your foot, H-E-E-L. And every generation in Jewish thought is compared to a different part of the body. So the generation that is the generation before the coming of the Messiah is known as the generation of the heel. So the last generation is known as the generation of the heel, which connects to the name of this week's Torah portion, because Akev can mean if, or Akev can mean heel. Why? Because before the generation, or the period before the coming of the Messiah, is known as the Ikvesa de Mashiach. That's from the Aramaic. Ikvesa is like Akev. It means the same thing, heel or footsteps of the Messiah. So the last generation is literally living in the footsteps. They can hear the heel of the Messiah approaching, which is a pretty amazing thought. Now, what I want us to understand is that this word heel is at the root of the word Jacob. Jacob in Hebrew means Yaakov. Yaakov in Hebrew. Can you say Yaakov? Okay. Why is that significant? Because the generation before the coming of the Messiah, the generation of the heel is known as a generation that is going to have chutzpah. And there's good chutzpah and bad chutzpah, but we'll only mention good chutzpah tonight, okay? Good chutzpah, they're going to have a boldness. We talk about this in the Breakthrough book, and living out of the overflow. Miriam comes to, and Matt's Mary. Mary's Hebrew name is Miriam. She comes to Yeshua. They run out of wine at the wedding, and she says, you got to do something. And he's like, woman, what does this have to do with me? And she turns to the servants and says, whatever he says, do it. Okay, the last generation before the coming of the Messiah is going to have chutzpah. I mean, we cannot take no for an answer. When you know God is wanting you to do something, when the Spirit of God moves you, have chutzpah. Can you say chutzpah? I declare right now you are going to have holy chutzpah, that you're going to have holy boldness. That's what chutzpah means, that you're not going to take no for an answer, and that you're going to see the overflow come into your life. And that is connected to Jacob, because think about the story of Jacob for a moment. Jacob wanted the blessing. When he was coming out of his mother's womb, even in the womb, he tried to pull his brother Esau by the heel back in so he could get out first. But Esau did eventually get out first, but they named him Yaakov, heel, because he was trying to pull his brother by the heel. Listen, that's the type of boldness we need for the blessing. If we want to see the breakthrough, if we want to see the blessing, if we want to have encounters with God, we need to be like Jacob and be like, we're not going to let you go, Lord, until you bless us. And this is Psalm 24. Who may ascend the hill of the Lord? Who may stand in his holy place, his kodsho? The one who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted his soul in vain, nor sworn deceitfully. He will receive a blessing from Adonai, from the Lord, righteousness from the God, his salvation. Such is the generation of those who seek him, seeking your face, even Jacob, Selah. Zeh dor shav v'vakshay panecha. It says, the generation that seeks him, that seeks your face, Yaakov, Jacob, Selah. Friends, God is looking for the Jacob generation. The Jacob generation are those who seek his face continually, who seek his blessing continually, just as Jacob did. It's that Jacob generation. It's that Jacob boldness that ascends the hill of the Lord, that doesn't stop seeking. I just declare that you would seek him with all your heart, that you'd seek him with all your heart, that you'd be part of the Jacob generation, that he's going to make you bold for the blessing, bold for the blessing, bold for the breakthrough in your life. But I want to go deeper here for a second. The importance of the heel. When I was young, before I came to know Messiah, I studied to become a masseuse. I wanted to be a doctor of natural medicine. And I studied as part of that reflexology. And reflexology believes that all the nerves of your body end in your heel. So it's believed that if you hit different points in the heel, it can actually bring healing to different parts of your body because all the organs are connected to the heel. So what am I saying? The heel is key to healing. The heel is key to healing. What do I mean by that? Well, messianically, Genesis 3:15, first messianic prophecy in the Bible, it's God says, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, between the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent, which is Satan, okay? And he will bruise you on the head. You will crush him on the head and you will bruise him on the heel. The heel of the Messiah is the promise is he's going to crush Satan underfoot. The heel of the Messiah is what brings healing in our life. Romans 16:20. Now the God of Shalom will crush Satan under your foot. May the grace of our Lord Yeshua be with you. It says you will trample on scorpions and not be harmed. Friends, listen, I want to just say to you right now that there's power in your heel. There's power in your heel, meaning that you have power and authority to crush the head of the enemy. You can step on the attacks of the enemy in your life by faith spiritually. So I just declare that over you. The heel of the Messiah, right, is what brings healing into our lives. There's healing in the heel of the Messiah, and the Messiah has begun to crush the enemy underfoot so that you can have breakthrough and blessing in your life. It says, think about it. We're in Deuteronomy. They're going to go into the land. It says, every place your heel treads, it will give you that land. Friends, there's power in your heel. There's an authority that when you walk in that authority to take the promises that belong to you. The idea of the heel also is that all the previous generations wait on the generation of the heel, because it's on the heel and on your foot that all the weight of your body rests upon. It upholds and supports your entire body. The heel is what carries the past generation. The generation of the heel is what carries the past generation into the Messianic age, into the Messianic kingdom. Friends, we have to live as if we are the generation of the heel. Because I believe that we could be the generation of the heel. We could be that generation with everything that is going around. We could be that Jacob generation that prepares the way of the Messiah. And that's why we have to walk in that power and authority.